We wanted to reach out to everybody to say what our intentions were, why we were doing it, what we were not interested in doing and gossiping or telling anyone else's story. And Meghan was one of the first people to respond with a lovely text message saying that she'd love to come and help in any way possible.
Oh,
Anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it.
It's so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now. You have kids, and you go, no, I share my name with my children.
Yes.
And that feels so, I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go, this is our family name, our little family name.
Well, now I know. And
okay, listen up because this one is juicy. Meghan Markle might already be sketching out her next big chapter. And guess what? Prince Harry's not even in the script this time. Yeah, you heard that right. From being the fairy tale duchess to now chasing billionaire dreams, Meghan's Hollywood comeback is starting to look more like a solo act than a royal love story. Her media deals, flopping. Hollywood's elite, ignoring her. That spotlight, fading fast. But here's the thing about Meghan. She doesn't vanish when things go south. No, she reinvents. And the way things are going, her next big headline might just come with a shiny new man and a whole lot more money. You better buckle up because the tea is boiling.
I think it will end in tears, and Harry will return to England one day. But you know what? His brother will put his arm around him and say, welcome home. Because that's the kind of guy.
And Meghan Markle, what's also in trouble is her career, because we have some new stats. We have some new stats about Meghan Markle's show With Love, Meghan. Let me read you some of these bullet points here. So the Netflix original series dire viewer stats were revealed in the streamer's semi-annual What We Watched report, which tracks the most popular and most watched things on Netflix. Now, Meghan would have you believe she's this huge star and billions of people are watching her. No. No. Let me read you what's going on. With Love, Meghan came in at number 385. The show has garnered just 5.3 million views since its debut in March, which is a pretty dismal number for an original series on the streamer.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been brutally mocked, Kinsey, in a new Family Guy episode in which the characters Stewie and Brian are meeting the American author Mark Twain. I suppose it's historical. Brian says, doesn't history pretty much suck? The Crusades, Hitler, and then Stewie says, Prince Harry marrying Meghan Markle. It's a bit of an unfair comparison, perhaps.
And then it cuts to Prince Harry, who goes, again? Because this is the second time Family Guy has taken a swipe at him.
He is. Watch this. Look at that now. He's looking at, she looks right at him and he looks down. Oh, let me fix my scarf. Let me fix this here. And then he just starts going.
Does anybody believe this? Does this look real to any of you?
Do we have that pap on the scooter again?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we do? Really? Same guy?
Same guy. Let's first say, where the hell are the paps? Because I didn't see a single one. The only thing I see is a lot of neck strain as they're looking for people. Maybe it's just me. Even when she says, do we have the scooter guy? There's sarcasm in her voice. And then her face registers surprise when they say he's here. Is that disappointment I see in their faces because there are no paparazzi? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm making something up.
Remember when Meghan Markle basically transformed her entire life into a real-life princess story? From cable TV actress in Suits to literally walking down the aisle into royalty, like how many people get that kind of glow up? It was insane. A biracial American actress marrying into the buttoned-up British monarchy? That was global headline-level drama. People watched that wedding like it was the Super Bowl of fairy tales. When she said, I do, the whole world was like, okay, wow, she really did it. From Hollywood lights to royal tiaras, Meghan went from red carpet to royal carpet and had the entire world spellbound.
For kids that's fun, so many good songs, and I've become that mom where I'm like sitting around with friends and I start singing like Tyrannosaurus, that's the chorus, Tyrannosaurus. I was like, what am I singing? Oh my gosh, I'm singing Storybook. I'm singing Storybox. I am not singing Beyonce in that.
And I think what's happened is she's come into the royal family and this archaic system has tried to control her and say, you will do this, you will do that, you will not go here, you will not go there, and she's just said no.
But oh honey, that fantasy shattered real quick. Behind all the glossy magazine covers and prim public appearances, straight up chaos. Meghan didn't just marry Prince Harry, she married the firm, that ancient, rigid royal machine. And they were not handing out welcome baskets to Hollywood girls. This wasn't LA glam. This was tradition on steroids. Rules on rules, like you literally couldn't wear nail polish unless it was nude. And Meghan? She thought she was showing up for premieres. Meanwhile, the royals were like, "Where's your hat, ma'am?" The press flipped on her fast. One day, she's the sweet Duchess of Hearts. Next day, every tabloid's top villain. It got so toxic, Meghan and Harry straight up peaced out, packed their bags, ditched the palace, and fled to California. Imagine ditching royalty because the vibe was just that bad. Fast forward a few years, things are not cute. Meghan had dreams of being the next Oprah, but Hollywood basically hit her with a hard pass. Because let's be real, nobody in this town cares about tiaras unless they're trending. And Meghan's projects, they bombed. Her Spotify deal, ghosted. Her Netflix stuff, snooze. That podcast, blink and it was gone. She tried to sell this wise, inspirational girl boss brand, but Hollywood wasn't buying. Word behind the scenes, her name's barely breathing. And honestly, the streets agree.
This is a definite blow for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. When they stepped down as working royals, they said that they were going to live a life of service. And now Meghan is shilling loose fruit spread, and Prince Harry is doing polo docs that don't even hit the top 3,000 of Netflix last year. They want to be taken seriously. Clearly, they're not being taken seriously. They want to be A-listers, but they continuously are a Hollywood punchline. That is devastating to them.
And then came the pineapple video. Yeah, that one. Meghan out here flying private jets, but teaching us how to cut fruit on Instagram like she's some kind of health coach? The internet dragged her for filth. She was going for relatable queen, but it gave Pinterest parody. Instead of empowering icon, meme material. And Harry, who? This man gave up everything. His family, his titles, his place in history, all to become a background character in Meghan's content calendar. He used to be the bad boy prince. Now, he's the dude who holds her purse during interviews. Not saying he regrets it.
The King's Director of Communications, Tobin Andre, sitting down in the open with Meredith Maines, who is Harry and Meghan's right-hand woman, and their new London, UK-based PR, Liam Maguire. Now, sources close to Harry tell me they are very frustrated that this was leaked, this meeting was leaked. But I would wonder, it's a big coincidence that a paparazzi photographer just happened to be there to capture the moments that one of the King's senior aides and Harry's two senior aides were speaking to one another in London. Now, Meredith, I knew, was in London anyway, because she was having various meetings with Harry's charity work and all the rest of it. Funnily enough, I wasn't told about this meeting with Tobin from Buckingham Palace, but what this does show is there is some kind of channel of communication starting to open up. Harry's team would not have taken that meeting without Harry's blessing. The King's team would not have taken that meeting without the King's blessing. So something is happening.
But doesn't it look like he regrets it? Let's talk about Harry for a sec. This guy used to be royalty with purpose. Everything about him screamed legacy, duty, country. Now, he's floating around Montecito, hopping in docuseries, doing house tours, and looking like he's stuck in someone else's movie. And people are starting to notice the sparkle, gone, the edge, blunted. He's not the Prince Harry we used to know. Now he's Meghan's supporting cast, wandering through a life that clearly isn't his. And honestly, it's kind of heartbreaking.
Could Prince Harry return to the UK as a single man? That's what Princess Diana's former butler, Paul Burrell, is predicting, and he's made some other pretty wild claims about the Duke of Sussex. He says a brainwashed Prince Harry has finally woken up to the truth about his wife, Meghan Markle.
He is a very calculating, manipulative woman who has got Harry in her clutches, and she knows that this is worth millions to her.
The former butler claims Harry is only staying in the marriage so that he can see his two children, Archie and Lilibet, grow up. Burrell believes that the exiled royal will soon return to home soil for good, and most likely without Meghan.
I think it will end in tears, and Harry will return to England one day. But you know what? His brother will put his arm around him and say, welcome home. Because that's the kind of guy that William is.
Meanwhile, Meghan? Oh, she's not slowing down. Not on paper, anyway. Behind closed doors, the whispers are loud. Montecito's elite are talking. She's been spotted at invite-only dinners, ritzy fundraisers, rubbing shoulders with tech moguls and Wall Street sharks. The kind of crowd that doesn't care about crowns, just cash. And here's where it gets extra spicy. Word is, she's been seen with a certain Middle Eastern billionaire. Yep, the type who loves a Hollywood beauty and travels by jet like it's Uber. Some say it's just gossip, but come on, Meghan doesn't show up without an agenda. She's got her game face on. When her brand wobbles, she doesn't panic, she pivots. Actress to duchess, duchess to activist, and now, billionaire bae, that's the T. And with Meghan, that totally tracks.
What? We were just talking, and then
He what?
Mike, please. I'm so sorry. Mike, no, please. Please. It didn't mean anything.
In Meghan's universe, relevance is everything. When the spotlight dims, she doesn't step back. She rewrites the whole damn script, and that's exactly what she's doing now. No more cutesy tea mug posts or Instagram wellness moments. Meghan's playing a new game. Fewer selfies, more strategy, silent power lunches, hushed negotiations. She's not fading, she's just scheming.
Yeah, I mean, with Harry's show ranking below 3,000, Polo on Deadline's list of Netflix's programs last year, or this year, Meghan Markle not even hitting the top 300. We were told that they were about to take over Hollywood, Archwell Productions. They were going to be in front of the camera, they were going to be behind the camera. I will probably see my grandmother on the other side before I see Meet Me at the Lake come to fruition.
Meet me at the lake. Yeah, all right then, don't.
That's always been her move. Meghan doesn't chase the stage, she builds it. Every hand she shakes, every random gala appearance, it's not random, it's calculated. And now she's clearly pivoting from royal wife to power player. Forget red carpets. Meghan's trying to sit with the real money. The Silicon Valley gods and old school bankers who don't flinch at $10,000 lunches. She's aiming for those tables, and guess what? She's already halfway in.
And Meghan Markle, what's also in trouble is her career, because we have some new stats. We have some new stats about Meghan Markle's show With Love, Meghan. Let me read you some of these bullet points here. So, the Netflix original series dire viewer stats were revealed in the streamer's semi-annual What We Watched report, which tracks the most popular and most watched things on Netflix. Now, Meghan would have you believe she's this huge star and billions of people are watching her. No. Let me read you what's going on. With Love, Meghan came in at number 385. The show has garnered just 5.3 million views since its debut in March, which is a pretty dismal number for an original series on the streamer. Now, Suits, the show that Meghan, came to prominence on, not such prominence because I'd never seen it or heard of it, it earned 9.3 million viewers for its first season and ranked number 151. Now, I didn't even know there were 358 shows on Netflix. How do you come in 358? Is Meghan Markle the new Stephen Colbert? Is she the new radioactive person where you give her 100 million, which is allegedly what they got from Netflix? Like Colbert, his budget was 100 million and he was still 40 million in the hole. But I think these folks like having Meghan and Harry because for a certain type of elite Hollywood liberal, having these royals, and I use the word royal loosely, on their network means something, right? And Ted Sarandos and the folks at Netflix, they really have become personal friends with Harry and Meghan, so I imagine they're going to keep pushing her through and pushing her through.
And here's the real jaw dropper. A certain tech billionaire's name keeps popping up in Meghan's orbit. He's not famous, but let's just say his wallet makes Harry's Netflix paycheck look like lunch money. They've been at the same events. Not once, twice, and Meghan's camp? Silent. Not even a no comment. That silence screams calculated coincidence. Insiders are whispering, is she already looking for the next upgrade? The one with status, security, and unlimited American Express? Back at the Montecito mansion, things are getting tense. Harry's still out here smiling for cameras, playing the supportive husband, staying quiet while Meghan's PR machine whirls around. But friends say the cracks are showing. Harry's spending more time alone, guest house nights, solo hikes, desperate for peace. He looks like a man slowly realizing maybe he gave it all up for something that wasn't real.
I felt like it was a little like Marie Antoinette in her cottage, where she just wanted to cosplay as a normal person.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Meghan Markle with a $70,000 Lorraine shorts, emerald cut pinky ring, in a kitchen with the same finishes as my New York rental. I want to see huge slabs of marble I could never afford in my wildest dreams.
See, but that's not Montecito. I mean, I think Montecito is richy rich, but I think it's like lived in California vibe.
It is, but that house and the finishes in the kitchen, they're not the level of her kitchen.
I didn't notice
It's not a beautiful stone. It was giving a little bit more elevated than HGTV set.
Yeah.
And that to me is like almost unacceptable.
Yeah.
I want to see the super well.
Their goals? Night and day. Harry wants calm, family, purpose, a life that feels real and not staged. Meghan, she wants buzz, headlines, a comeback, and honestly, it's not going well. Her big media plans fizzled. Netflix didn't hit. The podcast canceled. Hollywood, over it. She tried, really tried, to win them over, but it's clear they're done clapping.
Welcome to my garden. Well, it's not my garden, it's a set actually, but welcome to my set. Tropicana. Is that your dog's name? Every morning, I pick the freshest oranges from my backyard grove to make orange juice for H and the children. And then I collect the honey from my homemade beehive at home. No, H. I said honey, not Harry. I only call you H or honey. And then I use the stuff to create candles for my guests. And H. Oh.
And finally, a lifestyle series starring the Duchess of Sussex is now available on Netflix. With Love, Meghan follows a former actress at home and shares cooking, gardening, and also hosting tips. The show is part of a $100 million deal with the streaming site. It was originally due to premiere in January, but wildfires in LA delayed its release.
Even her inner circle, ghost town, Oprah, silent, the Obamas, totally MIA. Tyler Perry, and who literally gave them a mansion when they ditched the palace, is now sending out weird, cryptic messages that feel more like warnings than support. If Meghan's phone isn't ringing, that says everything. The rooms feel colder, the red carpet invites are drying up, and when your relevance starts to fade, people don't wait around. This is exactly where all the separation rumors are coming from. Not screaming matches, not cheating, no scandals, just silence, distance. Meghan's team already spinning the narrative, prepping her next era. Meanwhile, Harry's team is apparently asking for space, some breathing room. No one's filed anything yet, but the energy, completely off. Friends say Meghan's already mentally moved on, and if you know Meghan, you know she doesn't see this as failure. It's just another pivot. The Duchess storyline, wrapped, she's gearing up for a solo reboot.
Come back.
Meghan Markle, I think she was 35 or 30 when she came into the royal family. She'd had a life, she was an actress, she'd been married before, so she was pretty much clued up. And I think what's happened is she's come into the royal family and this archaic system has tried to control her and say, you will do this, you will do that, you will not go here, you will not go there. And she's just said, no, I'm not going to live like that. And I think that's why the issue was, because Meghan would not conform to the rules of the royal household and she wanted to actually have a life, then that's where the problem started.
Meghan Markle is making 2025 her year after announcing the rebrand of her American Riviera Orchard business. The Duchess of Sussex announced the launch of her rebranded company As Ever via Instagram and revealed that the brand, created in partnership with Netflix, will continue to sell her American Riviera fruit preserves amongst other products.
My business, which I think there's been a lot of curiosity about. Last year, I had thought, you know what, American Riviera, that sounds like such a great name. It's my neighborhood, it's a nickname for Santa Barbara. And I've been waiting for a moment to share a name that I had secured in 2022. And this is the moment. And it's called As Ever. As Ever essentially means as it's always been. And if you followed me since 2014 with the TIG, you know I've always loved cooking and crafting and gardening.
What's more, her and Prince Harry's daughter, Princess Lilibet, has a starring role in the launch. In the first photo shared on the As Ever website, 3-year-old Lily can be seen running across a garden hand in hand with her.
But let's keep it real. You can see the cracks. Sure, they're still showing up together, but the vibe? Awkward. Meghan pops up at high-profile events solo. Harry skips things he used to never miss. And when they're together, their body language says everything. He leans in, she leans out. Their smiles, they look rehearsed. The warmth they used to beam through every photo, gone. And for a couple that sold us a love story with global headlines, that shift is loud. Behind the scenes, the pressure's piling up. The cash isn't flowing like it used to. Security, PR, staff, and the upkeep on that massive Montecito mansion, that's a lot of zeros. And Harry's royal inheritance? Yeah, it wasn't meant to bankroll this kind of Hollywood lifestyle. Meghan thought she was getting castles and carriages. Instead, she got a mortgage and a mountain of financial stress. And let's be honest, Money issues, they shake everything. Industry insiders are already whispering her next move, a solo lifestyle brand, something goopy like a wannabe Gwyneth Paltrow. Others say she's flirting with going back to acting. But the biggest buzz? She's on the lookout for a new headline-making relationship. Not love, leverage. Because in Meghan's world, a billionaire isn't a boyfriend. He's a platform, a fast track back into relevance. And let's face it, she needs that.
On top.
Let's make a show.
Let's go. I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it. Surprising people with moments that let them know I was really thinking of them.
What? This is probably one of the most glamorous moments of my life.
It's magic. I'm just learning.
Look at how much honey we have.
Do you believe in magic? We're not in the pursuit of perfection. Woke us all up. We're in the pursuit of joy. Love
I
is in
can't
the
take it anymore. Get out,
details.
get out, get out. Uncle, make it end. Make it end. What is this? Guys, I feel like I'm a very accepting person. Truly, I want to like something about her. I'm searching for something to like about her. And it's so hard because she suffers from such a rare disorder of being unable to just be a human. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen this sort of. I've never seen someone that struggles to just give us like one strip of authenticity.
Hollywood doesn't do do-overs. Not for someone whose star has already dimmed. Meghan's name still gets whispered, but not the way it used to. Now, it makes people pause. Is it worth the noise? Is it worth the risk? The buzz that once opened every door? It's turning into baggage. She's no longer the breath of fresh air duchess who bucked the royal system. She's the woman who burned too many bridges, chased too many headlines, and couldn't land enough wins. And in Hollywood, that's death. Meghan's brand was once untouchable. Now, it's a warning. The kind of name that gets side-eyed in Beverly Hills power lunches, and she knows it. Oh, she definitely knows. That's why this whole thing is kind of tragic. Meghan built her empire on narrative, control, optics. But now, every failure, every canceled deal, every misstep, it's tearing that image apart. First, it was the Dead podcast. Then the cooking show that got absolutely roasted online, and the whole female empowerment angle. People are asking, wait, was that even real or just PR?
So my favorite moment, and I do think the most telling, it was in the Mindy episode, and it was the moment where Mindy is playing along with Meghan's oft-told, much-debunked origin story.
Even Brooke Shields came for her, Brooke Shields, over that whole soap commercial story. And that wasn't just shade. That was Hollywood's way of saying, girl, we're not buying it anymore, because once Hollywood stops pretending, that's when it gets brutal. No meetings, no invites, phones go silent. Even Netflix, who once rolled out the royal red carpet, is slowly pulling away. And her old A-list crew, not tagging her, not checking in, not showing up. Oprah's silence, it screams. Meghan's no longer in the inner circle. She's orbiting it, clawing her way back with carefully staged outings, tightly scripted statements, and desperate attempts to manufacture one more moment. So now what? Insiders say this isn't a break, it's a full-blown rebrand. Meghan 2.0 is coming, and she's ice cold. Forget the cozy Duchess aesthetic. This new version, all strategy, all sharpness. There's buzz about fashion collabs, giant charity campaigns, maybe even another tell-all memoir. But everyone's eyes on the billionaire bait. And the one thing Meghan never wanted to become, that's exactly what Harry's becoming. Forgettable. And that right there, that's the real heartbreak. He gave it all up, and now it looks like he's living on borrowed time. Sources say Harry's still clinging to hope. He still believes, maybe, just maybe, they can fix this. That love can survive the spotlight. But Meghan, she's already gone, making moves, calling new people, crafting her next brand chapter. Because when Meghan tells her story, it's never about heartbreak, never about failure. It's transformation, reinvention, the next phase. And the marriage? Just another chapter in her origin story, one that's wrapping up. New friends, new narrative, maybe even a new ring. The irony, it's brutal. She left the royal family to escape the cage, to take control, to tell her own story. But now, she's in a whole different kind of palace, one ruled by billionaires, by headlines, by clout. And if staying queen in that world means trading Harry, she's ready. So the real question is Meghan done being a duchess? Or is this all just her next move? Has Harry become the sacrifice in her master plan? And seriously, would you trade a prince for a billionaire? Drop your thoughts in the comments because we need to hear your take on this mess. And don't forget forget to like, subscribe, and smash that bell. Because if you think this was hot, oh honey, this tea is just getting started. Tea is just getting started.